Hi there. Today I want to talk about a quote from Alan Watts. And later in this video I want to invite you to do an experiment with me. And so the quote from Alan Watts follows: "A person who thinks all the time will have nothing to think about except thoughts, so he loses touch with the reality and lives in a world of illusions." And what does he mean by someone who is thinking all the time? One might think that he refers to someone who is maybe he's sitting and staring into a blank, and you can see them how they are, they are in their own head thinking about something. But I think he's referring to almost every one of us, because even if we know it or not, most of us are thinking compulsively all the time. When we open our eyes, what we see out in the world is what our thoughts are telling us. And we might not hear the specific words, but the thoughts are coloring and creating the world around us. To think all the time without knowing that we're thinking can be very dangerous, and it most often is. Because, as we all know, we don't only... we have both pleasant thoughts, but we have a lot of unpleasant thoughts also. If we are not aware of them, we are at their mercy. We can't do anything but simply experience the meaning that this specific thought brought with it. So this means if you have a lot of bad thoughts, maybe about yourself, if you can't separate yourself from your thoughts, you will basically live out the thought. Your world will be your thought. When a human being loses touch with reality, is, for example, when the label of things matters more than the quality of the thing itself, whatever it may be. Or, for example, having to photograph something to be able to share it with your friends and people around you, because only when you share it, it feels like it actually happened. Another very common where we are delusional is mistaking money for personal growth. For example, as you and me, we are sitting here listening to me talking. If we had 10 million bucks in the bank account, nothing would be different. The way you see the world wouldn't be different. And that's why it's so important to have something to engage in daily, which has no deeper meaning than itself. And this is where I want to invite you to do an experiment with me. Just follow my instructions if you want. Here you might feel it's scary to do introspection into yourself. But if you want to get out bad patterns and self-destructive patterns, this is what we gotta do. So please make yourself comfortable and close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And continue to have your eyes shut. And now I want you to imagine yourself walking on a beach. It is warm. The sun is shining. And the waves. The water is touching your feet. Now, I want you to shift your focus to the feeling underneath your feet. In the real world, come back to your body and feel underneath your feet. How does it feel? You can wiggle your toes, move your feet a little bit. And really try to stay present with the feeling. You don't have to think anything intellectual here. And now, teleport yourself back to the beach. The wind is blowing, very warm wind. You can hear the waves on the beach. It's a tropical smell. And now I want you to come back again to the feeling of your breath. Teleport yourself back to the reality, to this dimension. The feeling of your breath. So what I'm trying to do here is to show you the difference between a thought and an actual physical sensation. The difference is very subtle. But to get familiar with this, with the difference between thinking something and being in your actual physical body. This is a gold mine. If you develop the capacity to have awareness inside yourself, what we are doing here is life. And life is everything. It's everything outside of you, it's everything inside of you, nothing excluded. It's happening. And here is your reactions. If we have no awareness, life happens and we react to it. we are basically animals if we do not have awareness. So what we are doing when we are meditating like this and alternating between a thought and your physical body is to, the more awareness you develop inside your body, then you will be able to have your reactions as a trigger to become aware. And as you become aware, you are outside of the river. If life is the river, it's just flowing all the time, never ending. So we are developing this solid ground where we can sit and watch life and our reaction to life. Everything that happens in life, our body will have some kind of emotional reaction to it, or thoughts, or some kind of reaction. And if we become aware of this reaction, it's the same as this highway we've been driving on our whole life. It's like there's a stop sign all of a sudden. When you stop there, you all of a sudden see that, oh my God, there's roads that leads to, there's a lot of different roads that you can go. So that concludes this video, and thank you for watching until the end, and I hope you are able to extract some of the ideas that I'm trying to share here. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends, and see you in the next one. Take care.